the aggravating thing there.
That really was. They would get 2 quick outs, and then when you think you got them, there they are, and then they push across and run or a couple of runs. Really, when you think about it, the base running for Carthage wasn't bad at all. In fact, it was pretty good if they can keep that going. Just had a few more timely hits. You could see Carthage's second victory here tonight.
Their only victory thus far was Game 2 over in Joplin on Saturday, a 4-3 win over Ava. Other games were 6-2 loss to Marshfield, 10-2 to Kennett, and to Glendale by a count of 6-3. And Nevada comes in with a record of 4-0. They won 3 games in the Stockton tournament, and they beat Smith Cotton from Sedalia on Tuesday.
So an undefeated team. Nevada it'll be interesting. I've heard good things about Nevada. I haven't really been able to keep up with them very much, but it'll be interesting to see these 2 teams match up.
And they had New Covenant. They shut them out 7-0. These are all Stockton scores. 17-0 over Butler and 14-4 over Stockton. So 38-4, they outscored their opponents in 3 games.
That's not bad at all.
Beat Smith Cotton by 5 by a count of 10-5. So let's look somewhat inside the numbers. We'll take a 30-second pause. They're brought to you by Jeff Hodkin American Family. Back in 30. This is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. Find out how we're helping others pursue their dreams and declare your own at amfam.com/dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance Company, American Family Mutual Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Brought to you by Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance, 359-3399.
Lineup for today, Will McCombs back in the lineup. He pitched in Tuesday's game. Well, I think actually the loser in that one in the late innings. But he'll catch today to lead off. Logan Carmichael was moved to left field in the 2 spot. Caden Kralichek bats third at short. Max Templeman, the second baseman, in cleanup. Grant Collier in right field. Riley Barker at first base in the 6th spot. Silas Browning will bat for Mason Utter, who is the starter. And Caden Cabance bats 8th, and Nate Norberry gets the start in center field. On the Nevada side, they'll have Eli Chaney at shortstop. Chase Sanderson, the pitcher, bats in the 2 spot. Elijah Nadarata is the center fielder. Blake Pryor is the catcher. Logan Marquardt is the DH for Lane Wilson, and he'll play left field. Drake Seaver is the third baseman. Cartman Hiley is in the 7th spot. He's at first. Asa Wilson is in right. And Kate Beshore, he's the 9th spot. He'll play second base. So,
you're a little bit ahead of the public address announcer here.
I had to make sure I could read my own writing there. I thought that was Marquardt, so I paused there to let her make sure and verify the pronunciation. So it's Marquardt, just like the old Marquardt Bakery in Joplin years ago. In fact, one of the streets is named after it. East 13th Street is actually Marquardt, if they call it that anymore. But we'll get some Joplin history when we come back after this. First pitch comes your way with Community Bank and Trust. This is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger Baseball First Pitch. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are the key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust appreciates all the efforts of parents, coaches, players, and students in making the Carthage Tigers a success this year. As a loyal, dedicated member of the Carthage community, Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. Community National Bank and Trust, west of Lowe's in Carthage, 237-0096. Member FDIC.
So got a lefty going to the mound today, Chase Sanderson for Nevada, and he's got a few warm-up tosses to go before we head off. The Bill O'Dell tournament starts on Monday. The Tigers will play on Tuesday. Matinee game, 2 o'clock.
Tuesday matinee. It's kind of like playing the Friday afternoon at Wrigley. A Tuesday afternoon matinee. Love that game.
No mutinies at night. They're in the afternoon. That was an exchange between Chico and Groucho Marx years ago. But Groucho said there's going to be a mutiny at night. Chico says, no, they're in the afternoons. You know, mutinies Wednesdays and Saturdays. We have all sorts of things just to try to fill time here.
Yes, we do. Our Groucho...
Go back to Joplin history, I guess.
There we go. Our Groucho Marx liners brought to you by...
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday schedule, and then a game on Friday for the Tigers on the Bill O'Dell tournament starting next Monday, actually, the ball games, and then they play Monette at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and I believe it's Neosho on Wednesday.
You're absolutely right. And, of course, the Tuesday game, like Jim said, is 2 o'clock. Wednesday game, 7 p.m. So we'll
run both into the spectrum.
Yes, we will. Yes, they will, and yes, we will. We'll bring you both games, and we're working on the video streaming, folks. We're going to try to have that back up and running by the time the tournament starts. That's what happens when updates happen to your equipment.
Hopefully we get some more hits and offense to add to the totals for this year for the Tigers. They're 1-4, and the first pitch of the afternoon is outside for a ball to Will McCombs, followed by Carmichael and Kralichek. And the pitch, and that one hits the corner, about the same spot. It's 1-1 nonetheless.
We'll also do our best to keep you updated on the Royals and the Cardinals in opening day today.
And the pitch on the corner, Sanderson has hit the same spot almost on all 3 pitches. It's 1-2.
We watching a repeat, same pitch over and over.
McCombs yet to swing the bat. Here it comes. Hit off the end of the bat to Cade Beshort, second. Long throw off his back foot and safe. He beats it out. McCombs does. So a nice start for this on an infield single.
Beshort was playing a little bit more towards the first base bag than second, and it took him a little bit longer to get over to the ball, and by the time he threw it over to first, infield single.
And he had almost all of his weight on the back foot, so he had to make sure he was planted before he even tried to make a throw. The throw was slow in getting there. Here is Carmichael. He's had a hot last few ball games. Needs to keep that up. Look over at first, and he squares to bunt, takes a strike.
Is this the first left-hander Carthage has faced that we know of?
That I know of.
Maybe they have in the games we've...
Carmichael in the McDonald County game had a hit in the third. He reached one other time. It came off the bench in that Marshfield game as a pinch hitter. He ended up going 3 for 3. They kept him in the game. Combs leads away. The first baseman, Hiley, is over there watching. So is Sanderson. 2 looks over, pitch to the plate. Pitch is high, throw back to first, and McCombs back in. So a leadoff infield single. That was a problem Tuesday. I think only one of those hits actually got out of the infield. McDonald County committed 3 errors and 1 middle error on a bunt when nobody covered first. So here's McCombs going, a swing and a miss and a high delivery, and the throw should be in time, and it is. Nice fire down from Blake Pryor, the Nevada catcher, and it goes 2-4. So now the bases are empty with 1 out. Now Carmichael will have to restart things. He's behind on the count, and this one goes outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From the right side is Carmichael. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He'll go down, and quickly that's out number 2. It's amazing how things quickly change in sports.
That is true.
Thinking, all right, get a little rally going here to start things, but
Tyler O'Neill just did a 2-run home run for the Cardinals. They're leading 11-3 in the top of the 4th.
Here's the pitch to Kralichek. There's a shot to short, and it's through for a base hit. So 2-out single by Kralichek, and mentioning before we came on the air, need to get him going at the bat, and there's a start for him. So it's a 2-out single, and Templeman comes up. Yeah, it was a 6-0 lead after a half inning, so that's, as Mike would say, save some more for tomorrow, boys.
Exactly.
The Royals, they matched Rangers' 5-run first with a 5-run first of their own. Rangers last one who put a run across, so it's 6-5 there.
Yep, 6 on top of the third.
Pitches the ball to right-handed hitting Max Templeman. No score. 2 hits for Carthage, but 1 guy erased on the base pass. Here's the pitch, and that one missed. 2-0 early on. Those were strikes a couple of batters earlier. So 2 balls and no strikes. And looking to throw the runner back, not by much, but and Templeman takes time to take a swing out of the box and move back in on the right side.
It is a little chilly. He might be warming up a little bit.
It could be. Here's the pitch, bluffed by the first runner at first, and it's outside. It's suddenly 3-0. Not really suddenly, but Sanderson's been in the neighborhood the first couple of batters, but down here 3-0. Templeman is taking, and he calls him back. The umpire does. Strike. Basic pitch.
Hey, you come back here.
Yeah. So 3 balls and a strike.
Still a good hitter's count here.
Still playing with the runner there at first. And the pitch, swing and a miss, now 3-2.
Good cut, just a tad late on it.
Now we'll see if the first baseman will go back. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. For the moment, he stays at first. And now the pitcher steps off. So does the batter, he steps out.
Pitcher steps off, batter steps out. Runner steps somewhere.
Yeah.
Bunch of stepping going on.
Here's a look over. He goes on 3-2, and it's popped up. We'll go back out of play. So the loop by Max Templeman back to first. Combs went off with an infield hit. He was out stealing. Carmichael struck out. Kralichek got one past the shortstop. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again, of course. And this one's popped up on the infield. I think Beshore is going to get it at second, and he will take it. So no runs, 2 hits, a lost runner, and 1 stranded after a half inning. Nevada coming up, no score. Back in 90 seconds, this is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Fair Acres Family-Wide cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The coaches, players, and their families all deserve a hearty congratulations and a sincere thank you for their sacrifice and hard work. As Fair Acres Family-Wide works to build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities, they know that good sportsmanship goes a long way in developing one's character. Fair Acres Family-Wide is proud to be part of Carthage and a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger broadcasts. Go Tigers!
Carthage Ford is proud to bring Carthage High School sports to you live every week. Competition builds good character in our students, and a sense of teamwork and good sportsmanship only serve to make our student athletes better citizens. The employees and management at Carthage Ford say go blue, go Tigers. And remember, Carthage Ford delivers competitive deals every day. There's no need to leave Carthage to find a good deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle. You can buy right and feel good at Carthage Ford.
In athletics, keeping score is required to separate winning from losing. In business, accounting is the art of keeping score of financial matters. The team at the certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be your financial score-keeping specialist. If your current method of keeping score doesn't measure up, call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090 to determine if professional accounting will benefit your business. Properly designed accounting and payroll services are an investment that will keep your business in the winner's circle. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Bottom of the first inning, Mason Utter will be on the mound for Carthage. He was the starter on Tuesday. I'm sorry, that was Jeter, the starter on Tuesday, so scratch all that. So Utter, the right-hander, will face Cheney, Sanderson, and Nanyarada. Down to Kralichek covering second, flip to the second baseman. We're ready to go. Trying to stop this Nevada lineup according to those first 4 games. He'll go from the right side. And the pitch in the bottom half hits the runner. Got away from Utter, and HBP starts the bottom of the first for Nevada.
I mean, he really didn't look to get much out of the way. I mean, it was an off-speed pitch, but, I mean, don't you have to make some kind of attempt to get out of the way?
I've only seen that called one time. Here is Chase Sanderson.
I mean, what's the point of having the rule in the books if you don't call it?
Here is Sanderson from the left side, also the starting pitcher. Looks at it for a ball, down and in, 1-0.
I mean, if that's the case, everybody just wear body armor and let it hit you all the time. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now.
1 ball, no strikes, no score. Bottom of the first, runner bluffs. This one is inside out to left. It's going to fall for a hit. So the first 2 have reached for Nevada. Nice way to go the other way. Not a good sentence, but I already committed. Here's Elijah Nanarata.
Yeah, it was a great opposite field hit in between short and third.
That's what I used to love to do, because now you know I hit left-handed, or did hit. Here's the pitch. It is missing just a little bit, ball 1 at the letters.
I'm sure you still hit. It's a designated runner.
Yes, it's the running around the bases.
I hear that.
Probably the next morning I'd feel the shoulders and the arms a little sore. But here's the next pitch. Another opposite field hit, but this one's foul from the right-handed side. So it's a ball and a strike. Early trouble for Mason Utter. Carthage had 2 on, lost 1 out stealing, and left the other man aboard. Here's the pitch. That curve hits the corner on the inside part. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And boy, a strikeout would be nice.
Sure would. Strikeout followed by, I don't know, a 4-6-3 perhaps?
How about a 5-4-3 triple?
That would work too.
Here's the pitch on 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away with first base occupied. So there's 1 out.
Well, they've got a wish.
Yep. Here's Blake Pryor. He's the catcher. He wears number 8. Catcher wears number 8. Yogi Berra. I just remember him as a manager, not a player.
Right.
The old films, there's number 8. Couple of looks back, throw to second, and no tag. When Elston Howard showed up, Yogi went to left field. So.
That was that way for the 1961 season.
Yep.
When 90% of the game was half mental.
Yeah. Here's the first pitch to this hitter, Pryor. It's up high for a ball.
That was quite a team they had then.
Yep.
And if you watched the movie 61, you got a great look into that 1961 season from Mandel and Maris's perspective.
I finally got to watch that here a while back. So. Here's another pitch to Pryor. This one's fouled off to the right.
I will lie, it's one of my favorite movies.
I remember you've probably seen the Bill Mazeroski hit in the 60 series. It was Yogi out in left field. Bowed his head and walked off the field.
Yep.
1 ball, 1 strike, no score, first and second. Pitch in the dirt, but the runners will not move. The ball out in fair territory. As McCombs is behind the plate, Cabance at third, Kralichek short, Templeman at second, Barker at first, Carmichael, Norbury, and Collier in the outfield. A long at bat here for Blake Pryor. Utter brings it, And it's a fly ball down the right field line. Could be trouble. It's going to go well enough into foul territory and go out of play.
It's a neat stadium here in Nevada.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Lions Stadium. It's spelled with a Y.
And, of course, named after Cowardly Lion. Okay, maybe not.
That's a big fat lar, but anyway. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Nubs it toward third, and they'll go to second, and a wild throw. Into right field, a run will be in. The other runner hangs on. It's first and second on a throwing error by the third baseman. Gavance threw low, and Templeman couldn't handle the throw.
Yeah, unfortunately, he kind of short-hopped that one a little bit.
So, in a case where it should be at least 2 outs, and first and second, now it is first and second and a run in, and only 1 out. Here is Marquardt. And the pitch. There's a curve for a strike. Yeah, the original bakery in Joplin was the Marquardt Bakery. Then it became the Jung Bakery. And I guess for superstitious purposes, 13th Street in Joplin, east of Main, was named to Marquardt. And it was Jung, west of town. It's still Jung Boulevard, the west side. But
Sure is.
it's 1 ball, 1 strike. I haven't been on the east side of town lately to look. I lived there all my life. I don't look at street signs anymore, so I'll have to check it next time. 1-0 Nevada, 1-1 and 2 on. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch, and it will go outside.
Actually, I think you're right, because that's the road I think I picked to go home in Duquesne from range line. So
2 balls and a strike. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. So you got Nanyarada to strike out with 2 on, nobody out. Had an out, but Carthage let him off the hook. A run is in. 2 on, 2 out, and 2-2 pitch on the way. Foul back off the middle.
I would have had that.
Yep.
If it wasn't for the screen in the window.
After all these years, you'll see people that are not used to ballparks, they'll flinch even though they're fully protected. But here's the pitch, and that hits this batter, and they're loaded up. So 2 hit batsmen in the inning, and they're loaded. So right now, Carthage inviting trouble. Some of it has already crossed the plate, but bases are loaded now, and only 1 out.
Now so they could really use that double play to get out of the inning.
Here's Drake Seaver. He is the third baseman. So he bats with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch, up high for a ball. A New York ball player on the other end of town, he was a pretty good hitting pitcher. That was Tom Seaver.
Oh, no doubt.
But he's not wearing 41. He's wearing 20. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 Nevada here in the bottom of the first. Carthage had 2 on, lost 1. Did not score. Pitch, swing and a miss. And again, Utter is ahead of the hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He got 1 strikeout. But then an error opened it up, and then he had 2 strikes on the previous hitter, and he ended up hitting him. Here's the 1-2. Checks his swing. Oh, catcher holds it for a moment, but no dice. 2-2. Hiley will be next. Here is the 2-2, and skips to the plate. 3-2. Nice block by McCombs. So now pitch away from forcing in a run. So we'll see if Seaver gets 1 to his liking. Swing and a miss. He couldn't catch up to it. There's 2 gone. And here's the situation you had on Tuesday. Chance to get out of the inning with 2 outs and McDonald County, 3 of their 5 runs scored with 2 outs.
You're right. To get out of the inning with only 1 run scored, that would be a huge break for Carthage.
It's Cartman Hiley from the right side. Here's the pitch. That one does not come across. It was up and in for ball 1. Bases loaded, 2 outs now. Pitch in the dirt, and McCombs will knock that one down. Well, that was headed for trouble.
It was. I don't know how he got a glove on that.
McCombs dropped to his knees, and fortunately it went right to him. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one's 3-0. Now you got to put yourself really up against it. 3 balls, no strikes with the bases loaded.
Here's the mound basically just saying, hey, calm, rock and 5 throw strikes.
And even though it's the 7th place hitter, I would think if it's good enough, you might take a shot out of here at 3-1 on the swing.
True, very true. I mean, most of the time you deal a 3-0 red light, but I don't know.
So 3-0 to Hiley. And the pitch. Up high, it's 2-0 on the bases-loaded walk. So there's been 2 hit batsmen and now a walk. There's been only 1 hit in this inning. Another man reached on an error. So here's Asa Wilson. Pitch. Wilson hits it hard, but foul. Kind of interesting, kind of a little bitty, hear the term grassy knoll, everybody starts thinking about something that happened years ago. But
right.
Kind of the way this stadium's built, little rise right behind both stands. Mini Valley, I guess you might want to say, here where the ball field is.
True.
Count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Nevada. They've reloaded the bases. Strike. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batter did the pitcher a favor on that one. He couldn't catch up to it. It was out of the strike zone, but he couldn't pull the bat back in time. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the way, and it's inside. 2-2. A long, laborious first inning for Mason Hunter. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got out of it with only 2 going to the plate. Ended up striking out the side, but 2 runs score on only 1 hit, and there was 1 error. 2 hit batsmen and 3 stranded. So Nevada gets 2, and after 1 they lead Carthage 2-0. Back here in 90 seconds, this is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
As a community business, we believe in supporting the community through membership in community service organizations and community improvement projects. We care about the community. We are here for the community, and we are here for the family. The love of a family is a very special thing, a love that lasts forever. The Nell Mortuary in Carthage, locally owned since 1882.
Love goes on.
Beimdick Insurance is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Successful teams select great members, develop a solid game plan, and purchase the best equipment for the game. Beimdick Insurance applies this same philosophy when developing an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When looking for insurance, the right agent for your team is Beimdick Insurance. Give Beimdick a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
D&D Sexton Incorporated, Highway 571 north of Carthage, is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tiger athletic teams. D&D Sexton Incorporated has refrigerated carriers for all your refrigerated cargo needs. At D&D Sexton Incorporated, safety is always their #1 priority. D&D Sexton Incorporated, Highway 571 north of Carthage, wishes the best of luck all year long to the Carthage Tigers athletic teams.
Yeah, that was a 25-minute first inning. Pick up the pace a little, folks.
Exactly. We don't mean to become sauce either.
Yeah. It'll be Collier to lead it off for Carthage, along with Barker and Browning. Nevada got 2 across with only 1 hit. There was an error figured in and a bases-loaded walk. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Offering outside. So Sanderson staked with at least a couple of runs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's now 0-2. Carthage got a leadoff infield hit by McCombs. He was out. Riley Barker will come to the plate. Finish up that inning. It ended up a 2-out single by Kralachek, but Templeman popped up to the second baseman to end the inning. Nevada sent 8 to the plate, stranded 3, but scored 2. Pitch to Barker, the left-handed hitter, a strike. That one bent in there nicely. Nevada came in at 4-0. Carthage at 1-4. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
That one might have been a little bit out of the zone,
yeah.
But good cut nonetheless.
So Sanderson ahead of both hitters to start the second. Got one of them. Rather quick fashion, and he's got this guy set up. The 0-2 pitch to Barker. Takes that one outside.
Both pitchers very methodical so far on the mound.
Barker back in the box. The left-hander waits from the left-handed pitcher and a swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts, 3 total for Case Sanderson. And Silas Browning comes up, batting for Mason Utter. And the pitch with the bases empty is fouled back to the screen. Catcher had a double pump there. Pryor was started to throw, held up at 9, thinking the foul ball was going to return to the mound, but he got faked out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one was not well out of the zone, but enough. Probably could have held up. No balls, 2 strikes. This could be a quick inning. Up high, 1-2. Base is empty, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Carthage down 2-0. They set up on the outside part, a swing and a miss. That was a quicker inning, unfortunately. It gets Carthage down in order. Inning and a half passed, and it's Nevada 2, Carthage 0, back at 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball, KDMO.
The owners, staff, and management at Sirloin Stockade wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year, not only in athletics but also in the classroom. Sirloin Stockade knows that hard work and diligent effort are keys to achieving goals, and they look forward to those young students embracing the challenges of tomorrow. Sirloin Stockade is proud to be part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you to stop by before the game or during the weekend for a delicious meal that's just as good as home cooked. Sirloin Stockade, 1027 West Central in Carthage.
Carthage area residents, did you know you can have internet connections without phone or cable lines? It's easy to go wireless with eCarthage.com. Get high-speed wireless internet for your home starting at $50 per month. Do you need a super fast connection for your business? Ask about the eCarthage fiber optic internet service. Do business at the speed of light with eCarthage.com. Their local support technicians are ready to help. So call today, 237-7300, and get connected with eCarthage.com.
Teamwork and good sportsmanship of our young student athletes are important qualities to have over the long term. Likewise, Carthage alum and licensed Missouri realtor Levi Utter, powered by eXp Realty, understands the importance of planning for the future and making dreams come true through home ownership. Levi is proud to be a part of our community and is honored to support this broadcast of our Carthage Tigers. Levi Utter of eXp Realty, 417-540-6565 says, "Go Tigers, go."
Bottom of the second, 9-1-2 already for Nevada. Kate Beshore will lead it off. Hopefully Mason Utter will have a little less trouble in this inning. A lot of pitches through 8 batters, gave up 2 runs. One of those not his own doing. Pitches high for a ball. But you know, you take out that throwing error, the bases loaded walk never would have happened.
Very true.
Here's the pitch. Strike is called.
And you know, he wants to have those 2-hit batsmen back as well.
Yes. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Hit toward the first baseman and picked up there by Riley Barker, unassisted. One gone. So much better start to this inning.
Nice play by Barker, too. That was it pretty much right at him. He used to the third base back being the hot corner, not first, especially from a right-handed batter.
Back at the top of the order, Eli Cheney. He was hit to start the game. He ended up scoring in that first inning. And the first pitch, second at bat, is a strike. So you take out that throwing error, you had to hit batsman, but the next guy up struck out. So
very true.
It could be a scoreless game. Should be, actually. Here's the pitch. That one bends in toward the hitter again. His breaking ball's not breaking. It's just kind of going, wherever it's released, it's pretty much going straight line.
Right.
It's going toward the hitters. Here is the 1-1. This time slings it off to the opposite side. Hits the left-handed batter's box, and it's 2-1. 2-0 Nevada, bottom of the second. First man retired. Pitch, swing and a miss, and back to that. It's a foul, according to the umpire. We can't hear it from here, but it's hard to say it was back to the screen on the swing and a miss, but he must have got a piece of it. Nonetheless, it's 2-2. Next one to Cheney. That one's fouled back. In that Nevada first, they got a hit batsman, a base hit, strikeout, then a ground out. Looked like it was going to be at least a force play, but that was a wild throw. Another hit batsman, a strikeout, bases loaded walk, and another strikeout. There's another strikeout. And the first two are gone here in the second.
Hey, 4 strikeouts to win inning and 2/3. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of that way when he pitched against Marshfield. He made some good pitches, got him out of situations, but a couple of things here or there just bit him. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the curved ball. So Carthage went in order. The first two are gone for Nevada here in the second. And the pitch. That is, thank you, umpire. It's a strike. May never be again, but it's 0-2. That was way out there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's up high for 1-2.
It almost looked like a cold strike 3 to Greg Maddox back in the mid-90s. 6 inches off the plate, but still a strike.
1-2 pitch. That one goes outside 2-2. Or John Kruk in the All-Star game against Randy Johnson. I'm taking 3 and I'm going home. I'm in a pennant race. Here's the 2-2, and now all of a sudden it's 3-2. Well, I'm happy for that strike now.
That last pitch looked a little bit more like a strike than the one he called a strike.
Here's the full count pitch on the way. That is hit into right field rather deep, going back, and it's going to be gone. It's 3-0 on a solo shot by Case Sanderson.
For Eli Caleb. That must be his new name.
She's one better ahead of herself. But PA, he got all of it too, just to the right of the scoreboard. From an 0-2 start to a 3-2 count and a run in. Here's Nanyarada. He'll go from the right side. He struck out his first time. And the first pitch to him, after some excitement, is low for a ball. So it's now 3-0.
I believe that's the first home run we've seen this season.
Yep. And the pitch. That's into the shortstop on a line for the final out. But 1 run, 1 hit. And after 2, Nevada 3, Carthage nothing. Back here in 90 seconds. Tiger baseball on KDMO.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork. The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by Shane and Kara Campbell. Go Big Blue.
The Little Venue of Carthage is a proud member of the Carthage community, and they're honored to cheer on our Tigers. It takes a lot of hard work and effort to make a team great, and the Little Venue of Carthage knows that the coaches and players and their families make a lot of sacrifices at both school and home to realize the benefits of being a winner. Book your next event at the newest venue in town, the Little Venue of Carthage, just east of the Carthage Public Library, 438-0828. Owners Ronnie and Christy Sanders say, "Go Tigers!"
Taylor Chris Jackson as Carthage down 3-0, moving to the third. Caden Commands, the third baseman, leads it off. Nate Norbury, who wears number 3, will be up next. And third in the order will be Will McCombs. Anything else? Here is a bunt. It'll be a tough play. Catcher grabs and throws. Pulled him off the bag at first. It's an infield hit. Well, sometimes those little hits like that, little bunts, try to get things started, and you do need a kick in the pants. That's the third hit for Carthage. Here is Norbury.
Good job by Hiley, though, to keep that from going into right field.
Look over. He's going to look to bunt and take the strike. So Nevada up 3-0, and we're in the third. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt again. Throw to first. That one gets away, and the runner's going to try. Right fielder can get to it, but he makes no throw. So there's another one of those snap throws that puts you in more trouble than it's really worth. I do not like that. Even when the Audie does it, I don't like it. It makes me nervous. So that's an error. The runner at second and nobody out. But that does help Carthage. See what Norbury can do here. Probably, he shows bunt again. He drops it down. Nice bunt. Here's the pitcher. No play. And again, almost a similar situation on Tuesday when Mack had a guy late covering. The second baseman finally got there. He was there in time, but pitcher discretion decided to put it in his pocket to prevent a throwing error, and it's first and third now, nobody out.
That bunt went about, 15 feet out and just died on the grass. It's kind of a thick infield here in Nevada, and it just died. Nice bunt.
Here is Will McCombs. He reached on an infield hit. That was to start the game. He later was out stealing in the first. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball one outside. They were showing, being opening week, they were showing old clips, and there was that one of Lenny Randall when he was with the Rangers. There was a bunt attempt, and he got down on the ground and started blowing on it, and it went foul.
Yep.
Here's a throwback. Runner at first and a runner at third. Nobody out. Carthage down 3-0, but the tying run is at the plate. Sanderson looks at first and brings it. There's another bunt. They're going to get the runner down to second base. They're going to break it runner for the plate. Out at first and safe at home. Runner partway to third. He better hustle back, and he makes it. So a run comes in. So do you call that a sacrifice and an RBI?
I would say so. I would say so.
It goes 1-3.
Even though
the run scores.
It was a delayed run, but it was still a run.
So S1-3 and a run scores. It's 3-1.
Oh, they might be.
The runner down to second.
They might be discussing. Oh, yeah. They're going to say he's safe at first because he jumped off the bag to catch the ball.
Well, I didn't see that part. I was watching the runner coming down the line.
But the umpires are saying that when they made the throw over to first, that the first baseman, or was it second baseman covering? I believe it was the second baseman covering, had to jump off the bag to catch the ball. So they're going to say the runner is safe at first, so it'll be runners on first and second with nobody out.
That'll be safe on a fielder's choice. So that changes everything around, and you can get an RBI on a fielder's choice. So a run is in, and now it's first and second, nobody out instead of one out.
I'm sure Carthage will think that.
Now here's Logan Carmichael. He's been spraying the ball around, as I mentioned. Need to do that again. The ball is not left the infield here. 3 straight bunts.
Will we see 4?
I got the first baseman cheating in now. The third baseman, he's still even. And he showed a bunt. Goes outside for a ball. Last time I saw this, our church fast pitch team did this years and years ago to try to get something going. It worked. Here is the pitch. That's a strike. You're saying you can't bunt in softball. Well, you could in fast pitch at the time. I don't think anybody plays that anymore.
I couldn't swing. And he had a fast pitch softball.
1 ball, 1 strike. I wasn't too good myself, but here's the pitch, another square, and that one's dropped down. Nobody's covering first, and everybody's safe. Well, I don't like using that term. I'll let you use it, but that's what's going on here right now.
Small ball?
Right.
Whitey ball?
Yep. And Nevada has an infield conference after all of this.
Well, I mean,
all this, but still only 1 run thus far.
True. Bases loaded, nobody out.
And you've got Templeman coming up. I don't think he'd squeeze 2 runs down, but
you never know. I mean, really, just a ground ball should get a runner home. Or should get a run home, I should say.
So 5 hits, and only 1 has left the infield. And here's Kralichek. And the pitch. He knocks it down. It's going to be a bunt past the first baseman onto the outfield grass. 1 run is in. It's 3-2. The other man stops. This is crazy. That's stuff we used to do in our backyard. Bunt the ball, see how hard we could hit it. And I'll be darned, it went past the first baseman into the outfield.
Well, one thing it's forcing them to do is force him to put the bat on the ball and put the ball in play. And good things happen when he can put the ball in play. And good things are happening for Carthage here in this 3rd inning.
Here's Max Templeman. What's he going to do? He showed it. He missed it for strike 1. Boy, the perfect thing right here is swing away and hit 1 through the hole between 3rd and short right now.
Yep.
Especially you got the third baseman now cheating in. Any kind of line drive should go past him. There's another bunt shown, but this is strike 2 as he missed that one.
So now they have the third baseman cheating instead of the first baseman. So really, so they can have the first baseman cover, I'm sure.
And with the right-hander up there, they're figuring he's going to go to the left side. Bases loaded again. Here's the pitch. And he looks to swing, holds up 1-2. So 4 hits, 2 have scored to make it 3-2. The home run in the bottom half of the second by the pitcher is the difference right now. Here's the pitch, and strike three looking. That's 5 strikeouts for Sanderson. That's what Nevada was looking for, just an out anywhere to get that double play in order. And hopefully Collier will not oblige. Base hit would give them the lead. Here's the pitch. And here comes the run down, the third runner down from third. He's going to be out. Somebody missed something there. Other runners move up to first and second. Now they've got them hung up. And they throw to third, trying to get the lead man. Now here comes another runner up from first, and they finally tag him. That's 2 outs. Here's another man in a run down. He gets back safely. Now the runner at second, they said didn't, and there's an out at third. This is crazy. I thought they tagged what was in the lead runner after the man out at the plate. And through all that, there's 2 outs all of a sudden. That should be the inning.
Yeah, that should be the inning, because there was one out already.
And then the man out, 2 men out stealing. Well,
I have no idea how in the world you're going to score that, Jim.
Talk about living and dying. Well, that was this inning. And Carthage does get 2 to get back in the ball game, but they lose 2 on the base paths. And they get 4 hits. And they leave 1 after all that. And they've stranded 2. We go to the bottom of the third. It is now 3-2 Nevada back in 90. This is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Clothesline Cleaners and Car Center of Carthage are proud sponsors of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. It takes the community to make a successful team, and our Tigers are no exception. Clothesline Cleaners now offering wash and fold service, and they clean all sports uniforms. And Car Center of Carthage next to the Cleaners, where everyone is approved. At the corner of Garrison and Centennial, Clothesline Cleaners and Car Center of Carthage give a big salute to our Tigers. Go Blue!
Let Community National Bank and Trust be the co-captain of your team at home. As a proud sponsor of the Carthage Tiger broadcasts and a solid member of our community, Community National Bank and Trust can be counted on to provide you top-notch service. As a conservative and solid bank, they offer competitive loan rates and checking and saving accounts geared to reward you. Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. Community National Bank and Trust, west of Lowe's in Carthage. 237-0096. Member FDIC.
Since 1978, Reeves Tire and Automotive has been servicing the repair, tire, and wheel needs of the 4 states, offering a full line of tire industry top brands at competitive prices and car and truck repair with superior service and experience that can't be beat. Reeves Tire and Automotive is located at 2504 Grand Avenue and open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturdays. Get rolling with Reeves and get rolling with the Carthage Tigers. Go Big Blue.
Well, through it all, Carthage got back within a run. It's 3-2. And Blake Pryor leads it off. He reached on a key error in that first inning. Here's the pitch. Goes outside for a ball. This is very unofficial, but I seem to remember 2-5, 4-5, 4-5. I got the man out stealing unassisted, of course. And you go 2 to the third baseman, to the second baseman, back to the third baseman, back to the second baseman who missed the tag, apparently. Then they ran the other guy back. So it's like finally retired a man at third.
And after that, we need to retire.
Yes. Sounds like a zip code. This one's fouled back out of play. It's 2 balls and a strike. Actually, I think I missed a throw to the first baseman, so there'll be like a 3-4, 4-5. Sounds like that Cadence song. There's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We're just throwing out numbers at this point because basically everybody on the diamond touched the ball at one point.
2-2. Leading off, it's now 3-2. I think even Jose Oquendo came in for that play. Here is the 3-2. Swing and a foul. That was Whitey's little thing when he didn't want to waste another pitcher, was send Jose Akendo out on the mound in the late innings.
Yep.
Nobody on or out. Slow beginning to this man Pryor at the plate. Here's the pitch. And it's hit toward third and past third baseman. It goes off his glove. That'll be the second error. And Pryor was at bat both times.
He just got handcuffed.
Yep.
Basically what it boils down to.
So Cabans had to go off his glove into foul ground, and here is Mark Ward. He was hit by a pitch back in the first. Mark Ward in on the right side. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. 2 in the first, 1 in the second for Nevada, and 2 in the top of the third. Chance for more, but they lost 2 runners on the same long play. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. In the dirt, McCombs leans to his left, keeps it from hitting the dirt. So ball and 2 strikes, 3-2 Nevada. Nevada with the leadoff man on in the third. And the pitch. Had him going, fooled him there, struck him out. And that is 5 strikeouts for Utter. Here's Drake Seaver. He was also a strikeout victim. Nevada sent 8 to the plate and scored twice on only 1 hit. This pitch goes up high for a ball. So Carthage, they ended up with 7 men coming to the plate in the top half of this inning, but couldn't catch Nevada. It's 3-2. The pitch. Strike down the middle. So it's 1-1. Be back on the air Tuesday afternoon. Monette and Carthage in the Bill O'Dell tournament. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That one ran in on him.
So what you're saying is we're playing at Lions Field today, and we'll have the baby Bears,
yes.
The Tigers.
The Cubbies, yep.
Oh, my. Lion.
Tigers and Bears.
Yeah.
And the Wildcats on Wednesday. Strike, and he's carved up that time. Seaver goes down for the second time on strikes, and 6 total for Mason Utter. And here's Cartman Highland. Here's that nasty 2-out situation again.
Yep.
It was deadly on Tuesday, and it has bit him here twice in this game so far. Swing and a miss. Bases loaded walk with 2 outs in the first and a 2-out solo homer in the second. No balls and a strike to Cartman Hiley. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat foul, and it's 0-2. Runner at first now with 2 outs. He's off and running. The pitch is popped up. Might stay in play. Barker going toward the dugout. And did he get it on the rebound? It went out of his glove and went out of our sight. And the umpire says, no, he dropped it. So the batter stays alive.
There's a little bit of a shadow over there.
Yep.
Don't know if that's a...
He had to come back for it.
He did. Kind of a big light pole over there causing the
shadow. The way he acted, I knew it went out of the mitt the first time, and I didn't see if he got it on a rebound, but umpire waved it safe. Here's a throw to first and a late tag. The runner back to first, leads away. Here's a clunker foul toward the Nevada dugout on the third base side. It definitely was by that sound.
Yeah.
So it stays 0-2. They get the baseball back. 3-2 Nevada here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw to first. And the throw is good. And again, striking out the side is Utter. He has 7 total. So Nevada strands 1. They've left 4. And we're through 3 here in Nevada. It is Nevada 3, Carthage 2, back at 90 seconds. Tiger Baseball, KDMO.
If your lawn is completely wild, it's time to bring in Turf Tamers and create a green turf that's calm and lovely. Turf Tamers will rid your lawn of the unwanted weeds and unsightly, funky grasses that have made your lawn a wild kingdom. Give them a call at 417-434-0810. When they arrive, you just leave it to them to tame that turf and have your neighbors admiring it. Turf Tamers, the name says it all. Turf Tamers, 417-434-0810. Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
The owners and staff at Grace Lanes, just east of the Carthage Square, wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year not only in athletics, but also in the classroom. They look forward to our young students achieving their goals and the promises of tomorrow. Grace Lanes is proud to be a part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you about bowling leagues on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings. Or stop by for an ice cream and a smoke-free bowling experience Monday through Saturday. For more information, go to gracelanes.com. Go Tigers!
6, 7, and 8 here in the fourth inning for Carthage, down by a run, 3-2. It'll be Collier to lead off, so it's 5, 6, and 7. Collier was at the plate when the wildness ensued, so he'll start here in the fourth. And look out. He squares a bunt, but he fouls this one hard. I ran out of room writing down that final out and ended up going into Collier's box. So I drew the arrow to the next inning, and that made me one batter too soon. So Collier restarts it, and he offered at it and couldn't hold up, and it's 0-2. He was one of 3 strikeouts in the second inning for Case Sanderson. He's down here, 0-2 in the fourth. Pitch goes off the end of the bat, might find its way down. It's a base hit in front of the right fielder. Just make contact, baby.
Exactly.
And that is the 7th hit now for Carthage, and only the second one out of the infield.
Looks like we said earlier, good things happen when you put the ball in play, whether it's a bunt or an opposite field hit like that.
Here's Riley Barker. That was demonstrated in the Nevada first when they looked to be hit into a force out, and it was a wild throw and got them a run. Squared a bunt, and apparently did not cross the plate with it. Now they appeal, and I think they did call it a strike on the appeal, yes. So no balls and a strike. I thought so.
I really didn't see how it couldn't have been.
So look over at first. Runner doesn't go. Pitch is a strike. Batter turned away, tried to buy that pitch. No success. Sanderson had Collier 0-2, lost him, and for Carthage, you'd like to see the same thing happen here with Barker, but he's down 0-2. Tying run on at first here in the fourth. The pitch shows bunt. This one goes high. Carthage with 2 in the third, but they lost 2 on the base paths. Here's another square, and it's dropped down foul. He's out. So there's one gone. That's 6 strikeouts. Combined, we've had 13 strikeouts already. 7 for Utter, and now that's 6 for Sanderson. So the runner does not advance, and here's Browning. He struck out in the second. Here's a look at first. Runner doesn't go. Swing and a miss on one down and away. Look over. And they're going to throw. It's going to be close. And they got him. So Carthage loses their 4th runner of the game. 1 out of the plate, 1 on a rundown, and now 2 out stealing. And all of a sudden, 2 outs. And a good job by Sanderson. He had him leaning.
And that's tough to do with being a left-handed thrower on the mound.
And the pitch, Browning. Looks at that one outside. So a man out stealing in the 4th, 2 cut down in the 3rd, and now 1 here in the 4th. Fouled straight back on this pitch, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is empty and 2 gone now in the 4th. Here's the pitch. Up high. So it's 2-2. Nevada will have 8-9-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way. And now it's a full count. Full count pitch. That one's fouled again. Little dying single into right, but that man erased. That was after Barker had struck out. The 3-2 pitch again. Ball 4. That's the first walk given up by Sanderson. Here's Caden Cabance. He bunted his way on. Everybody bunted their way on except 1 in that 3rd inning. Here's the pitch to Karlachek, way high for a ball. Norbury would be next if something continues in this inning. Here's the 1-0, and it is outside. So 2 balls, no strikes, 3-2 Nevada here in the top of the 4th. And we have a conversation. So we got a baseball update?
Absolutely we do. I say that. They moved on me. Okay.
As they still converse out there, they're looking for the scores too, I guess.
I think so.
Now the conversation is over. Okay, I've got 11-6 Cardinals, bottom 6.
That's exactly right. And it's 10-8 Royals, bottom of the 4th.
Wow, swing and a miss after they trailed 5-0 after a half inning. Here we have 2-1, 1 on, 2 out. Zeta up 3-2 in the 4th. And the pitch. It goes high, throw to first, and the runner back. Three balls and a strike. And the pitch, runner bluffs, and it goes just high for ball 4. So Boy, that man out stealing.
Yeah.
Could be bases loaded, one out. Still got to get ahead at the right time. Here's Nate Norberry. He reached on a bunt single his last time up. That was his only at bat, so the second time through the order now for Carthage. So first and second tying, and go-ahead runs aboard. Pitch goes outside for a ball, and all of a sudden Sanderson has had trouble with the strike zone after showing pretty good control the previous 3 innings. A base hit, that man out, now 2 walks. Here's the pitch. There are 2 outs in the inning. This one is high, and it's 2-0. You still have a spare base. You just need an out. Carthage would like for them to pay for that. Here's the 2-0, and ball 3 high. Kind of amazing earlier in the game. Those were strikes, but once you get in a rhythm where you're not throwing strikes, sometimes they don't give it to you. Here's the 3-0, and ball 4. So he's loaded the bases on walks in the 4th inning. And we'll have another conversation. This time the Nevada coach will come out. Well, base runners all over the place in this game, but they've lost 4. They've stranded 3. They've got 3 here after a man was out stealing. So probably your best hitter is up Will McCombs.
That's true. If you have the bases loaded like you do, this is the guy you want up right now. Taking a look at some other scores. In the major leagues, Jim, the Brewers beat the Twins 6-5 in 10 innings. The Braves and Phillies are tied at 2 in the 10th. Arizona's leading San Diego 7-6 in the bottom of the 6th. And, of course, like you said, the Cardinals are up over the Reds 11-6 in the bottom of the 6th.
I know it can't be helped the way the teams are nowadays, as many teams, but an opening day interleague game just doesn't sound right. Never have liked it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. How to get over it. It's been over 20 years, believe it or not.
Has it really? That's crazy.
0-1 is up high. It's now 1-1. Base is loaded. Carthage still down by a run at 3-2 with McCombs up there. He's even on the count, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Ooh, nice curve for a strike. And it's now a pitch away from getting out of this. 1-2. Here in the 4th, Carthage down 3-2. Bowler for a base hit. Big gap in right center. The pitch, and he hits it past the shortstop. That should give Carthage the lead. They keep sending the runner. It's going to be a close play at the plate on the second man. He is out, and the game will stay tied. A nice throw by the left fielder ends the inning, but Carthage does catch him. It goes a base hit to left and then 2 on the putout after the RBI. So 1 run on 2 hits and 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now 3-3, Carthage and Nevada. Back here in 90 seconds, Tiger Baseball, KDMO.
The law firm of Morrison, Webster & Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger sports broadcast. Good sportsmanship, sharing, being humble, and learning from mistakes build strength and character in our student athletes. The attorneys and staff at Morrison, Webster & Carlton know that working hard together to achieve a common goal is a learned skill that can truly make a difference in a young life. The law firm of Morrison, Webster & Carlton. Offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue! Drew Evans Investment Companies of Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut cheer on our Tigers. They're proud to be part of this Carthage Tigers broadcast. Hard work, diligence, and persistence give big rewards in life. So make it count, Tigers. The owners and employees at Whistler's and Daylight Donut want only the best for our Tigers and the entire student body. Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut. Dine in or carry out at all locations in Carthage. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue! Sponsored by Drew Evans Investments.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. Find out how we're helping others pursue their dreams and declare your own at amfam.com/dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance Company, American Family Mutual Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Brought to you by Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance, 359-3399.
Well, another inning, not quite as promised, but does show promise. The game is tied now at 3. So Utter with a new life record-wise. A strike is called to Asa Wilson. He struck out his last 3. After a leadoff error started the third, he got the next 3 retired on strikeouts. He gets ahead of Wilson. Here's the pitch. And he flinched at it. And the umpire says he held up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson struck out in the first. 7 strikeouts for Utter around the 3 runs. Here's the pitch. And this one's fouled off. And mentioned a couple of times, mentioned again, could very well be a 3-1 Carthage game because those 2 runs, if you put that force out in instead of the error, they would not have scored in that inning. This one's in the dirt, and it's 2-2. 3-3 game now as we're in the bottom of the 4th. And the pitch. And it's up high. So it's a full count. I've been to the full count a lot on both sides. Conversely, we've had a lot of strikeouts too, so it's kind of went both ways. Here's the 3-2, and that one's in the dirt. So again, Nevada gets the leadoff man on. And that's the first walk. Utter has hit 2 other batters. Brings in Cade Beshore, and now we'll see how Nevada wants to play. They want to do the bunting game.
Carthage has done enough bunting for both teams so far in this game. We'll see if Nevada gets them on the side.
Here's the pitch. He shows it, and he pops it foul. Off the barrel, but straight back. No balls in the strike. Here's a bunt in the air, and it's going to fall fair territory. Pitcher underhands to first, and the sacrifice works. It goes 1-3, I believe.
You are right.
Didn't see the second baseman come in there. So a chance to re-lead for Nevada is down at second base. Eli Cheney hit by a pitch and scored on that error back in the first. He was at third at the time. And the pitch. That goes high for a ball. He was actually at second and went to third when the wild throw occurred and scored easily. Long look. Pitcher's bluffing. Ball up the middle. Should go through the vacated spot and does for a hit. The runner rounds third. He will score, and Nevada goes back on top 4-3. Well, if they'd second or short would have cheated in behind the runner, he would have had a fielder there. It was placed perfectly.
It really was. So talk about hitting it where they ain't. They ain't there. And now Nevada has a 4th run.
That's only their 3rd hit. Brings in Sanderson. He homered his last time up. That was with the bases empty and 2 out in the second. He got a base hit in the first, so he's 2 of 2. And he looks at that one. There's another wide strike. I think the umpire wants to pick this pace up a little bit.
So far, an hour and 15 in.
Here's the pitch. It is outside. 1-1.
And we're in the bottom of the 4th.
Maybe he's got to go to tonight. Same thing, maybe.
Maybe so.
1 ball, 1 strike. He's probably around from here, so he'll probably make it. Down low.
I'm supposed to be in Southwest Joplin an hour from now. I don't know if I'm going to make that or not.
2 balls and a strike. 4-3 Nevada. A runner at first and 1 out. And the pitch. That's pulled fair into right field. Lead man goes to second. He's going to head for third, and he's there. Ball back to the infield. And it's runners at the corner, so back-to-back hits. I said fair. It was well fair, but hit hard. Here's Nadarata. Said that differently 3 times. Nanyarata. Going to correct this third letter, which is messing me up on the lineup. I can read it. Nadarata. He has a chance to give Nevada some more runs. They've retaken the lead here in the bottom of the 4th at 4-3. He lined out his last time. Here's a throw to first. Runner back in. Belly first.
That was a belly flop to first if I've ever seen one.
And the pitch. Bends Nadarata back. So ball and no strikes. A walk, a sacrifice, and back-to-back singles are more runs in the offing for Nevada. Here's the pitch. That one goes up and in. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nevada came in at 4-0. Carthage at 1-4. And the 2-0. A foul tip. Actually heard that one. 2-1. Over at third is Cheney. Sanderson at first. And the pitch off the fist goes foul, and we're even on the count. Carthage will have 2, 3, and 4, so some decent hitters due up in the 5th. Here's the pitch. There's an off-speed for a strike, and he's caught looking. To Nadarata. Second time he has struck out. 8 total strikeouts for Utter. Here's Blake Pryor. He reached on an error back in the 3rd. He did not score. He reached on an error. That did figure in the scoring, as it looked to be at least a 5-4 force out. That's probably all he would have gotten, but the throw got past the second baseman. The chances are you would have had first and third in that situation, but instead you had a run in and first and second. Here's the pitch. Here's a slow roller. Fair territory. Cabans will throw across, and a nice stretch for the out. So Utter works out of it with only the 1 run. A nice play on both sides there by Cabans and Barker. 1 run on 2 hits and 2 stranded and 6 total for Nevada. And we go to the 5th. It's now Nevada back on top, 4-3. And can we shorten up commercials now?
I think let's do one more and then we can.
Okay, we'll go 90 seconds here. This is Tiger Baseball KDMO.
Carthage, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram cheers on our Tigers. They want to recognize the hard work and sacrifices that the parents and coaches and their families make to help our student athletes be their best during and between the games. And don't forget, the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, keep Carthage, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in mind. Parts, service, sales, and financing, everything in one place and at competitive prices. Save a trip and shop Carthage. Go Tigers!
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Adam Bridges.
And I'm Lauren DeBeauty, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent.
And we've got you covered through all of life's wins.
Go Tigers!
As a member of the community, Visiting Angels is proud to be a part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Winning teams are made up of individuals working toward the same goal. So let Visiting Angels be a member of your family's winning team. They provide experienced caregivers who can help an aging parent or relative with day-to-day tasks so they can stay at home. Visiting Angels really is America's choice in home care. Free in-home assessments, select your caregiver. Visiting Angels, 417-781-1000. That's 417-781-1000. Go Tigers!
Heading into the top of the fifth. It will be Logan Carmichael leading things off for Carthage here in the top of the fifth. Nevada up 4-3. Carmichael, Carthage, and Templeman due up for Carthage in this inning. And the pitch, as they squared a bunch, he misses, so 0-1. Trying to bump that one down the first base line. Did Carmichael. No balls, one strike. Carthage doing their best to play small ball. There's a rip and a nice play by the third baseman. He was cheating in to get the bunt just in case. And that was ripped right to him. Carmichael put a great hit on, but it went right to the first baseman, so one out. And that brings up Carthage. And the pitch. Foul ball out, play right side. Carthage with a shot down the third base line, basically, but right to the third baseman. Picked it up, threw over to first. A great play. Definitely the hot corner. He's going to get another chance. That one kind of went a weird bounce on the third baseman, but again, the play made by Seaver. And 2 up, 2 down. And the top half of this fifth inning.
I'll let you finish if you like.
You got it.
Here is Templeman. Pardon me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I heard the shot on the first at bat. Thought it was a base hit and turned around, and there was the third baseman with it.
It was a rocket, that's for sure.
Pitch. Strike called. Templeman has popped to the second baseman and struck out. Next one. Hit hard, foul, left side. It might have had the distance, but a little in front.
Got the batting cages.
So no balls, 2 strikes. 2 Templeman and a foul. Mentioned you had the beginning of the order up, but 2 hot smashes to the wrong guy right now.
Oh, yeah. Great glove at third base.
So still 0-2 in the pitch. Templeman looks at it. Ball 1.
I know that was not a sound effect from the stadium.
It was one pitch too late. That'd have been good on a foul ball. Here's a ground ball that's going to stay fair, third base side, and out at first. Nice play by the catcher and a stretch with the first baseman. That was a little, didn't mean to swing. It stayed in fair territory. And the catcher Pryor made a strike over to Hiley. And Carthage goes in order for the second time. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Nevada leads 4-3. We'll go 60 seconds. This is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Boomer's Barbecue at 1123 West Central Avenue in Carthage cheers on our Carthage Tigers. From the coaches to the parents and teachers, it takes a lot of effort to help our student athletes and the rest of the student body reach their goals. And Boomer's Barbecue salutes all who make our Tigers great. Boomers is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they thank you for your business over the years. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Carthage alumni Willie Wagner and the entire crew at Boomers Barbecue say, go Tigers, go blue.
Go to the bottom of the fifth. Jim Taylor and Chris Jackson here at Lions Stadium. And we have Caden R., new pitcher for Carthage. He goes through some warm-up tosses. So a fairly good outing by Mason Utter, an outlet.
A very good outlet, yeah.
Went into business for himself. As he goes 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, but only 2 of those were earned. And he walked 1, hit 2, and he struck out 8. Surrendered only 4 hits. So Caden R. in the game, and the pitch is a strike called. No difference in the batting order. Here's the pitch, and a check swing at the strike. Marquardt leading off the Nevada fifth. Next one on 0-2. Ooh, not quite. Ball 1.
Cardinals still leading the Reds 11-6 in the bottom of the 7th.
And the pitch up high for a ball. That game's moving too slow for my liking. In fact, the Reds have gotten 6 back. It's not to my liking.
Yeah, right now they have runners on first and second with 1 out. The Reds do.
And the pitch. And the catcher held it there, but not to be. And it's now a full count.
The Royals lead the Rangers 10-8 in the bottom of the 5th.
And the pitch. So here's Drake Seaver. Not much on the bat, but good on the glove. Put it on that little sawed-off shot up the third base side. There's a strike at the knees. I think I shrunk since I came back. The chair dropped on me, I think. Leadoff man on. It is 4-3 Nevada, and the pitch goes down low. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. As we are here in the 5th inning, Carthage will have, looks like 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Long look over by R, and he throws to first, and just back in time. Marquardt has reached twice. He's over there at first right now. He was hit by a pitch that prolonged an inning in the first where Nevada got 1 across. Batter shows bunt, and it's a wild pitch. Goes off the mitt and almost to the screen, but the runner makes it anyway. So he's at second base with nobody out. So he's wild pitched to second. Here's a man who's already struck out twice. You're behind on him 2-1. And he shows bunt. And waves at it. Strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Drake Seaver. Runner taps second base, now leads away again. Templeman cheats over a few steps. Goes back, pitch. That's in the dirt. Runner hangs on at second. So we're full on this batter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Caden R. had the man set up that was Marquardt, lost him, and now he's He's been behind on Seaver. Needs something here on 3-2. Here it comes. And good rip, but goes foul to the right. The Lodell tournament starts on Tuesday for Carthage. They'll play Monette at 2 in the afternoon. Here is a long look back at second. And a 3-2 again. Ball 4. A back-to-back walks by Caden R., who has started this inning. And he's put himself in a mess. Brings in Cartman Hiley. He walked. That was with the bases loaded in the first. He struck out his last appearance. Third baseman really cheating in as they show bunt, pulls it back, strike at the letters.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that they're going to try to bunt those runners over. You know what I'm trying to say, Jim.
No balls in the strike.
Unless it is just a fake, I suppose.
I mean, you've been to my diction class. And the pitch. That is outside. 1-1.
Here at the Jim Taylor School of Broadcasting.
Pretty bad when they found her flunked out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. And the ball goes into fair territory. It bounced. Bounced off the catcher. Fortunately went into fair territory. But it's 2 balls and a strike. And we're down to about what it was. May still be on 125th Street in Overland Park right now. We're just crawling along. Two balls and a strike. And the throw back. And the runner, no tag. I don't know if you remember the old Disney cartoon with Goofy and the traffic. You saw that one about 4 lanes wide, just going all the way real fast and stopping. That's 125th Street. He just raced to the next light. Here's the 2-1. And a bunt goes foul, fortunately. That went past the third baseman.
Yeah, that was lucky for Carthage.
Kralichek ended up fielding it, but it was about what the third base coach's box was. So back-to-back walks to start the 5th inning. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Caden R. in relief, trying to get it out somewhere. And Hiley at bat. Here's the pitch, and kind of overthrew that one, and a nice stop by McCombs to his right. And he's went full to all 3 hitters so far.
Nice backhand stab to keep from the runners from advancing. Wow.
So 3-2 again to this hitter. This is Cartman Hiley. He's already walked. I mentioned that. Here is the 3-2. Ooh, just missed high, and it's loaded up. And brings Asa Wilson up. He is struck out, and he is walked. That was the only walk that the starter, Utter, gave up. So the bases are loaded by way of walks. Wilson a chance to break it open. Here's the pitch. And he wanted to and missed badly. Strike 1. And 2 more like that.
That would be good.
4-3 Nevada, but a chance for a big inning with 3 men on by walks. Here's the pitch, and there's a breaking pitch for a strike, and it's 0-2, so he's ahead now. You don't need a broadcaster to tell you you're a lot better off working ahead. And R picks up the pace a little bit now. Here's the 0-2. Check swing, and got him. There's a strikeout.
That's a big out. Now, double play can get you out of the inning.
And it's Cade Beshore who sacrificed. That was back in the fourth inning. So bases loaded, and now one out. And the pitch. Another breaker is outside.
Just remember, he's not on a shore. He's not on the seashore. It's the B-shore. B-shore, you get that right?
Yes. You beat me to him, I guess. Here's the runner trying to score, and he's going to be tagged out as they miss the bunt. So both teams have tried to squeeze in this game, and they've both failed. The man from second moves to third. He's there with now two outs. So it goes as a pitch and a man out stealing.
And the umpire's trying to find a home plate.
It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's really the first time I've seen not just one, but both teams trying to say it wasn't really a safety squeeze. It was just a squeeze. And they're 0 for 2, both teams are.
So it goes 2 unassisted. Now, R can get out of it with a pop-up or any kind of hit to the infield. And it's going to go into right center for a base hit. So one will score. Other man moves for third, and he'll make it there safely. So they pick up a run. It's now 5-3 Nevada.
And once again, a runner scores with 2 outs.
And there was no doubt about that hit. It arced into right center field. And actually, a good job by Norberry to cut it off to keep it from an extra base hit.
He was playing more on the left side, the left field side of second base. Had to rush over. Pick that one up.
So one of the runners scored that walked, and there's a strike. Back to the top of the order, and Eli Cheney, he singled his last time. He was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. Struck out in the second inning. It's now 5-3 Nevada, the pitch. And that one bends in there on the outside corner for a strike. So it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes as R shakes off a sign. Now he's ready. And the pitch. Tried to bring it in that time to catch the corner, but does not. It's 1-2. We'll glance over at first. And a 1-2 pitch coming to Eli Cheney. Struck him out looking. 2 strikeouts in the inning, but 3 walks and a base hit. 1 run on, just 1 hit. Nevada has stranded 8. So Carthage could be out of the game, but they're still in it as we go to the 6th. And they trail by 2 at 5-3. Back here in 60 seconds. Tiger Baseball, Katie Lowe.
Specialty Risk Insurance cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The team at Specialty Risk Insurance congratulates Carthage student athletes on their hard work and dedication, both on the field and in the classroom, offering affordable options for home and auto insurance and a friendly team that's dedicated to helping you save money. Specialty Risk Insurance is proud to be a part of the Carthage community and this Tiger broadcast. For great rates on home and auto insurance, call them at 359-5470 or online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Tigers!
Tom Garrison Construction knows what it takes to build a winning team. Hard work, commitment, knowledge, and accountability. Garrison Construction is a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger Sports and congratulates all of the student athletes on their hard work and dedication. Garrison Construction excels at remodels, metal buildings, roofing, and custom homes. Garrison Construction, serving Carthage and the surrounding area since 2006. Garrison Construction says, go Tigers.
Jim Taylor and Chris Jackson here in the 6th inning. And glad when I play Name That Tune, it's not rock and roll because I just misidentified the song that's playing right now.
Yes, Chris and Jim running the crazy train.
I just know when I hear that in the background of a Chiefs game, it's like, not again.
Well, could have been like you heard this morning. If you haven't listened to the Fabulous Katie Morning Show, we played our April Fool's joke, and we turned into 1490 to tuba for about 10 minutes.
So here we go to the top of the sixth. Now Carthage 2 runs down. They briefly had it tied after 3.5, but Nevada got single runs in the 4th and 5th to retake the lead. Could have had a chance for more, but still get into it now. And we have a new pitcher for Nevada. We have a right-hander in there now. And a pitch. Strike on the corner. As Asa Wilson has moved in from right field to pitch. So we'll check the number of the right fielder. Here's a ground ball to third. Seaver had that one handcuffing this time, and it's a base hit. But they may charge an error on that. I guess you'd go an error. Goes off the glove.
Well, they saw the 2 plays he made a couple innings ago, so yeah, I would normally be an error because they know what he can do.
That was actually an easier play.
It really was.
Here's Barker. He struck out twice. Long look before the first pitch arrives. That is into left, lofted past the shortstop in front of the center fielder, and the first 2 are on. So there's your tying runs. So far in this 1-4 start, it's the timeliness of the hits. They have not come thus far.
It really has. And of course, they've started to get more and more hits as they progress throughout the game. Of course, you're seeing, I guess in this case, you're seeing this pitcher for the first time, but there are times when you're seeing the pitcher for the second and third times kind of get the pattern of what he does.
They've actually out-hit Nevada 9-5.
What a way to make a living.
Really. Especially off the bunt in that 1 inning. Unfortunately, they ran themselves out of 2 outs. They could have had more, but got 2 runs to get back in the game. There's a strike to Silas Browning.
Speaking of bunt, he thought about it.
Browning has struck out and he's walked. Here's the pitch. It goes outside. Actually, that's Pryor out there. Thought that was Wilson, but it's Pryor on the mound. So we have a new catcher. So here's a 1-1 look at second. Here's a bunt, right side, and the second baseman late covering, and goes by into right field. A run is in. Lead runner scores. Another man to third, so the second error of the inning. And I lost sight of the ball. I looked for the umpire, and he'd already given the signal, so I was kind of hung out to dry, but apparently the ball missed the second baseman covering late. So it'll be another error. That's the second error, and now the tying run is at third, nobody out. Trying to catch up defensively here for Nevada. Drake Ketterman is behind the plate. So somebody has to be out of the ballgame, because I don't think you'd take Sanderson out on the offensive side.
Probably not, no.
So we're trying to look, see where number 28 is playing. Of course, like I griped the other day, nobody puts numbers on the front of the jerseys anymore.
Well, there are numbers on Nevada. It's tough to see, to be completely honest.
Extreme left side. Commands at the plate, and he drops down a bunt. It'll go foul. Bunting the game to play here today for Carthage. They had, actually, if you count 4 bunt singles, but one of them did leave the infield. If you count that as a base hit to right. But, so they bunted 4 times and got hits in the third, but ran themselves out on what I think was a squeeze play. And then the runners in the middle of the action got mixed up, had 2 on second base, and they ran one of them down. So there were 2 outs in the inning after a guy out at home. There's a foul on a bunt attempt. It's now 0-2. So it's now a 5-4 game.
Remind me to run this song, Jim, because the way things are going, bunting, Carthage is. Ooh, they're bunting their house away.
Been more bunting in this ballpark than there was on Independence Day. No balls, 2 strikes. 5-4 Nevada. We have a lot more in reserve, but we would prefer the game pick up a little bit so you wouldn't have to hear them. And Pryor, a long look. Another square to bunt. This one gets off the catcher. The runner breaks for the plate. He is safe. Another man to second, and we're tied at 5. Well, sometimes you think too much, and I kind of think that's what Pryor did out there. Because the pitch got away, and Ketterman couldn't field it.
Yeah, that was definitely a long look at the plate before he delivered.
So now we have a chance to chat again. So now the lead run is now at second for Carthage. We're tied at 5. Still nobody out. Caban's behind on the count at 0-2. But barring a weird double play, I wouldn't put it past in this game. You're going to flip the order anyway and get McCombs up there before the inning is out. A 5-5 game, and Caban's down 0-2. The pitch, and that goes all the way back to the screen, and no play. The catcher started to throw, but that runner's down to third with nobody out. So 2 wild pitches in this at bat. Back-to-back pitches, nonetheless. Or no less.
Here at the Jim Taylor School of Press.
You weren't going to say it, I was. We do know it's 5-5. Nobody else can follow what I'm saying. Caban has reached twice, a bunt single and a walk. And now the go-ahead run at third, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled back. So it stays 0-2.
I think it's 1-2 because of that wild pitch, that first wild pitch.
Now they go down. Okay, it's 2-2 now. They were late putting it up.
There we go.
Told you nobody could follow me. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's a high fly ball into right, going back to right fielder Wilson. He gets tangled up. He makes the catch, but the run will score, and Carthage leads 6-5. Boy, Wilson made that an adventure, but he made the catch anyway, but it's a sacrifice fly. It was going to be that one way or the other. It was just the way he twisted himself up. He was going to turn the wrong way, and the ball looked like it was going to fall, but the run comes in.
Yeah, you could tell as soon as the batter hit it, he knew it was going to be deep enough to score the run. And Carthage, isn't that their first lead of the game?
Yes. They've scored 3 to take the lead, and Norbury bats with the bases empty. So finally, Carthage takes advantage of some gifts. They didn't do that Tuesday at McDonald County. And it's 0-1 to Norbury, who's reached twice, a bunt single and a walk. There's a strike. Everybody's got a bunt single today, it seems like.
I've got a bunt single.
Next pitch coming from Pryor is on the way. And struck him out, and that's the first out of the inning. Brings in Will McCombs, and he'll bat with the bases empty.
That's the
2 outs, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sacrifice fly. You got to record an out even though you scored a run. So 2 outs, and the pitch. And it's up high.
That would be, that would be interesting if they didn't record the out and the run scores. Talk about making the game go longer.
And the pitch. High.
Hey.
I don't know how many times through the years I've done that. The announcer do that, and you say it right back to him at home when you're at home. 2 balls and no strikes. There's a strike to make it 2-1. I know right now, if I were at home listening to myself, I'd be yelling at the radio. What are you talking about? So I apologize. But nonetheless, you know, it's a 6-5 game for Carthage. I got most of that right. It's the downtime you mess up. 3 balls and a strike. Like I said, you had too much time to talk in this one.
It has been a slower-moving game than what we're used to.
And the 3-1. That is a liner, base hit in the left, over the shortstop's head. And McCombs will take a turn, hang on with 2 outs. So that's 10 hits for Carthage. Brings in a Logan Carmichael. He has struck out. He has a bunt single. And he was out on a nice stab by Seaver, 5-3 to start the 5th. And here's a throw to first, and a wild throw. The runner is up, but he's headed for second, and he will make it. So we have had 3 errors and 2 wild pitches in this inning.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Absolutely. Here is a look back at second now. And Carmichael with a base hit could give an insurance run to Carthage. So that's 1 ball and no strikes.
The way this game is going, you need all the runs you can get.
Yes. So now, Caden R. is the pitcher of record for Carthage. And the pitch. That one missed. That was a strike earlier. 2 balls and no strikes. We've set our clocks back since this game started. But it's 6-5 Carthage in the 6th. There's a strike.
Our next broadcast will be from Glendale when the football Tigers take on the...
2 balls and a strike.
Goodness.
There's a little chopper toward the second baseman, and he boots it. Everybody's safe. Error number 4 in this inning. And appropriately enough, it was by the second baseman.
E4.
So here it's Kralachek, the 8th man to bat. He could really make him pay. So the starter, Sanderson, he won't have any decision here either. As Pryor has given up right now 3 runs. He's the pitcher of record for Nevada.
4 stolen bases, 3 earned runs. Never mind. 2 wild pitches.
Try to make it rhyme.
That's right.
Runners at the corners for Kralachek. He is 2 for 3. 3 for 4 would be really nice. Here's the pitch. And he goes the other way, but it's hit hard foul. Going between the fields, the softball field, down the right field line. Have an interesting story from that ballpark some years ago now.
I have a feeling we'll have time to hear it.
Yeah, no balls with a strike. Here's the runner off from first, and they'll have to let him steal because they don't want that runner in from third, and the runner down to second now. Oh, for a base hit. Kralachek, like I said already, 2 for 3, and 1 was that bunt, a single that actually went past the first baseman and rolled into right. Here's the pitch, and it's up and in. So good base running there by Carmichael. See if they could force a throw and let that run break for third. Nevada did not do that, but a stolen base did result. Here is the pitch. Strike. And Kralachek down to his last strike here in the 6th inning. Boy, all this going on, you'd like to have more than a 1-run lead. But you need that Elusive hit. Hopefully not too elusive. Here's the 1-2. High, 2-2. Templeman would be up next if Kralichek can drive in 1 or 2 right here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off the fifth, and the pitcher gets to it and throws to first. So Carthage takes the lead, but it's only by a run. 3 runs and 2 hits, 4 errors in the inning, and 2 stranded. And Carthage has left 6, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Here we go again with the numbers. It's Carthage 6 and Nevada 5 back here in 60 seconds. Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
As a member of the community, Visiting Angels is proud to be a part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Winning teams are made up of individuals working toward the same goal. So let Visiting Angels be a member of your family's winning team. They provide experienced caregivers who can help an aging parent or relative with day-to-day tasks so they can stay at home. Visiting Angels really is America's choice in home care. Free in-home assessments, select your caregiver. Visiting Angels, 417-781-1000. That's 417-781-1000. Go Tigers!
Beimdick Insurance is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Successful teams select great members, develop a solid game plan, and purchase the best equipment for the game. Beimdick Insurance applies this same philosophy when developing an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When looking for insurance, the right agent for your team is Beimdick Insurance. Give Beimdick a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
The 8 men came to the plate. Carthage scored 3 runs, 2 hits, 4 Nevada errors, and 2 stranded. Caden R has a chance to get 6 outs here and a win. He'll go through the 2, 3, and 4 for Nevada. And Sanderson will hit. I don't know where he went to defensively. We couldn't catch the number. I would say he went to left field.
I think they just said center field.
Okay, so that means Nadarada would have had to leave the game. Here's the pitch. So he got a 2-out solo homer back in the 2nd inning. And the pitch. That goes high. So that's why I couldn't catch his number. He was all the way out there. Furthest man away, of course. 2-0 is now 3-0, and that's what you don't want to do. Well, walk the leadoff man after you get your first lead of the game. 3-0 pitch, and there it is, ball 4. This umpire, when he issues ball 4, he raises the right arm, but it's kind of like he's reaching out. Somebody's giving him something, so he's putting his hand out. So I guess that's his gesture for ball 4. And we have a conference as we try to explain that. R came on, walked the bases full, gave up a single and a run. That was after 2 were out. They had an unassisted put out at the plate on a blown squeeze and then a strikeout. But Beshore got a base hit, and then he came back and got Cheney to strike out. And R is still out on the mound. So Sanderson, a leadoff walk. So Nadarada, who started the game in center field, has moved to right. So that puts Asa Wilson out of the game. Here's a runner down to second. And sneaking and stealing that definitely off the pitcher was Sanderson. So that takes care of any kind of sacrifice. But Nadarada he's lined to short, and he struck out 2 times. Here's the pitch. Here's a chopper toward third. The runner will stay at second and throw to first for the out.
Nice play to keep the runner at second and still getting the out.
So it goes Cabance to Barker. And here is Blake Pryor. He reached on an error twice and grounded out. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Cardinals leading the Reds 11-6 in the middle of the ninth.
That's good. They got out of that 2-on, 1-out jam earlier.
Yes, they did. The Royals lead the Rangers 10-9 in the middle of the seventh.
Here's the pitch with the runner at second, the tying run here in the sixth for Nevada. And it goes outside for a ball.
Blue Jays beat the Yankees 3-2 in 10.
My cousins will be upset about that. Here's the pitch, and it is outside for a ball. A couple of cousins, one I've kept in sort of contact, one not in contact for years, but it's amazing Facebook. People you haven't seen or heard from in years, and one of them posts Yankee this, Yankee that. I think he was even at the new ballpark on vacation. Showed some pictures from there, but he's upset now. Here's the pitch. This one's popped up on the infield. Second baseman Templeman kind of knuckled on him, but he makes the play, and there's two gone. But he played the knuckle well. Sometimes that'll mess you up.
He did.
So there's two outs, and Mark Ward will step in.
Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3.
That's always a good thing. See, I'm a true Cardinal fan. So a runner at second and two outs now. We're in the sixth inning. Carthage batted 8 in the sixth inning and scored 3 to take the lead. Here's a foul ball. Will go out of play to the right.
Hope you all are enjoying your dinner.
Yes, because we're just out 2 hours, 5 minutes into the game.
You think this is a Yankees-Red Sox game?
Yep. And the pitch with a runner at second, 2 outs, and that floats just outside for a ball.
Phillies beat the Braves 3-2 in 10. There's quite a few extra inning games on the opening day here.
1 ball, 1 strike here. Carthage up 6-5. We're at the bottom of the sixth. And the pitch, there's a strike to Logan Marquardt. That one came across nicely. Marquardt walked his last time. Was hit by a pitch in the first, and he struck out in between. That was in the third. Trying to get through this leadoff walk and stolen base. Here's the pitch. Up and in. 2-2.
Tampa beat Florida, so they won the state of Florida today, 1-0. Austin Meadows.
Did they receive from the state or something? 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets out of it. So no runs come across. Nevada, they've left 9. And we go to the 7th inning. It is Carthage leading 6-5 back here in 60. Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
The team here at Carthage Hardware would like to wish the Carthage Tigers a great season doing what they do best, staying safe and staying tough. At Carthage Hardware, we pride ourselves on having the toughest brands backed by competitive pricing. We offer selections of tools, painting products, electrical and plumbing supplies that rival that of big box stores. We're located on the north side of the square, and we'd love to help you finish those projects of yours. From all of us at Carthage Hardware, good luck to the Tigers, building on a championship season.
The law firm of Morrison, Webster, and Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger sports broadcast. Good sportsmanship, sharing, being humble, and learning from mistakes build strength and character in our student athletes. The attorneys and staff at Morrison, Webster, and Carlton know that working hard together to achieve a common goal is a learned skill that can truly make a difference in a young life. The law firm of Morrison, Webster, and Carlton, Offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers, go Big Blue.
Jim Taylor, Chris Jackson going to the 7th here at Lions Stadium in Nevada. And no, I didn't mistake the mascot. It's Lyons. 6-5 Carthage. And the leadoff man here in the 7th inning is the 4th place hitter, Max Templeman. And he has, I believe, a 1-0, maybe a 2-0 count to him. 1-1. Okay. They didn't post a strike. And the pitch. Outside. It is 2-1. Umpire puts it up. Does the manual count. So 2-1 to Templeman to start the inning, and he nearly gets hit by this one. So it's 3-1. Pryor came on for Sanderson. After Sanderson pitched 4 pretty good innings, but Pryor gave up 3 runs, and he's the pitcher of record for Nevada. And a pitch to Templeman. Strike. He thought he'd walked. So it's 3-2.
That's the second time the umpires called him back from the ball 4 counts.
Both starters are not figuring in the decision. Nutter went 4 for Carthage. R stands to be the winner if he can put him out in the bottom of the 7th. Here's a little opposite field shot and a roller to first. And unassisted, Hiley puts him out. Kind of an excuse-me swing. Results in an out.
I've always heard he was highly regarded as a good fielder.
Here's Collier.
We're digging deep into the bag, ladies and gentlemen.
Could be related to the tire people out on the old 54 highway. Strike called. I pass it almost every day. Strike is called.
Jim has driven a lot of miles for not being a truck driver.
Yes. Here's a chopper foul. Nevada being one of the bases. So I'm here at least 3, maybe 4 times a week. So it's kind of a homecoming. Or a stopover going, I guess. There's strike and 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning for Carthage as Collier goes down.
That was a nice strikeout pitch.
Second strikeout for Pryor, who came on and gave up 3 runs, a lot of it not of his doing. 4 errors in that inning after only 2 hits. Here's the pitch, strike called. Caden R will pitch the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Nevada in the 7th. Here's the pitch. That one misses on a ball out the way. And it's quickly 2 strikes here to Barker. So maybe no margin for error for Caden R in the 7th. Up high for a ball here. So it's 1-2. Six-5 Carthage, getting 3 runs in the 6th for the lead. Pitch, swing and a miss. He'll have to work with just the 1 run. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and 3 overall for Pryor. Carthage goes in order for the 3rd time, but we go to the bottom of the 7th. They lead for the moment, hopefully to hang on. It's 6-5, and we'll take a 60-second pause. This is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork. The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by Shane and Kara Campbell. Go Big Blue.
American Family Insurance.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Carthage, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Bob Brown from the Bob Brown Agency. Call me at 358-9715 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Robert Brown, agent at Bob Brown Agency, 417-358-9715, or stop by 1921 South Garrison Avenue in Carthage today.
We move to the bottom of the seventh inning, 6-5 Carthage. It'll be Drake Seaver, Cartman Hiley, and the number 8 spot open up. I believe that's the man who was taken out of the game when Sanderson left the mound and went to play center because Narada moved over to right field. So a to-be-determined third man in the lineup and the order here in the seventh inning. Seaver is 0 for 2 with a walk. Caden R brings it, and Curve bends in for a strike, so a good start anyway. So it's do or die, one way or the other for these teams here in the bottom of the seventh. Hopefully not do or tie. Here's a foul back. So it's no balls, 2 strikes, and R didn't care for that baseball, so they'll change it out. The umpire will toss it out. Here is pitch. It is outside, 1-2. Here's a 1-2, and that's way high, 2-2. Well, he pitched around the leadoff walk in the sixth. He got 2 outs and then a strikeout. One of those was a pop out. And the pitch. And he hit him. Oh, boy. Know how you spell it, but that's what you feel there. Ahead of the hitter, and you hit him to start the seventh inning, and you're a run ahead.
Good news. Cardinals beat the Reds 11-7.
That's good.
And again, this just was final from Cincinnati.
So, see if the Royals can hang on.
They're up 10-9 in the seventh.
Cartman Hiley, see if the Tigers of Carthage can hang on. There's a throw to first, the runner back in. So you had the hitter set up, and you hit him. Here's Cartman Hiley. He has walked twice and struck out. Pitch. Strike is called. So he gets ahead here. I don't think we've seen a double play so far this season.
No, we haven't.
We had a forced out and a wild throw. That was in last Saturday's game. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Long look, and the umpire says just a tad outside. And just a tad because his strike zone's been pretty wide. So 1 ball, 1 strike. He's went both ways in that strike zone, so no complaints. Look back over at first, another square to bunt, and outside it goes. And maybe a ruse by Nevada, because I mentioned Tuesday's broadcast, I don't like bunting this late in the game.
Right.
I prefer you swing away. See if Nevada will switch off. They're ahead of the count, 2 balls and a strike, and he shows bunt, bunts it in the air, and it's going to be a hit the pitcher in fair territory. He will go to first, out, but the runner down to second. The ball landed in fair territory and then was deflected by the pitcher, R. So it was a fair ball. He alertly picked it up and went to first with it. And fortunately, he didn't panic on that because sometimes that brings on a wild throw.
Yep, had a good wherewithal to get the out. That's my big word of the day.
So the tying run at second with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Strike is called. As Wilson re-enters and hits here in the 7th inning. He has struck out twice and walked. Pitch. That is foul. That would have been a run. Goes to the right side. So no balls and 2 strikes. 6-5 Carthage. Runner at second. The tying run for Nevada. Bottom 7. Pitch. Ooh, where was that? That's curveball. As I said earlier, that was a strike. So 1-2. Now I might start complaining. I said he's been going both ways. That one. Here's a 1-2. And a foul back. Spoiled a good pitch there.
I mean, the home plate umpire really has been consistent for most of the game. That one just might have even fooled him a little bit.
So count reset at 1-2. 6-5 Carthage. Here's the pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Struck him out. So now you're 1 out away. And the man who got the last RBI for Nevada stands in the way. It's Cade Beshore, the second baseman. R has struck out 4. He stands to be the winner if he can get this last out.
Double-digit strikeouts for both Carthage pitchers, for a total anyway.
What a good momentum that would be going into the tournament next week. If you can get this one squared away. Here is the pitch. And kind of an overthrow there, but a stop by McCombs, and the runner stays at second. So it's ball 1. Nevada came in undefeated, and it's 1-4 for Carthage on their record. So you get this win here, and a good week at Bill O'Dell, you could go over 500. But 3 strikes away, or 1 putout in the way. And there's another overthrow, 2-0. Again, McCombs had to go to his right to pick it up.
There might be a little bit of adrenaline pumping for this last batter, hopefully last batter.
And you go back to the top of the order, and 2 of the better hitters for Nevada, Cheney and Sanderson, away. So you'd like to get Beshore, even though he did get an RBI in this game. You'd like to bear down and get him here. Down 2-0 in the count. Here's the pitch. And he hits it hard, but it goes well foul to the right. That was high and deep, but a little late on the swing. That would have ended the game if he'd got around a little sooner. But it's just a strike, 2-1. And the pitch from Caden R. Up high, 3-1. Now you're a pitch away from putting the winning run on. 6-5 Carthage. 1 tenuous out to get. 1 tough out to get. 3-1 pitch. Coming to, eventually, to Beshore. Strike to make it 3-2. So here we go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at second, the tying run. 6-5 Carthage. I'm building it up, Caden. Come on. Finish it off for us. 6-5 Carthage. He's at the belt. And brings the 3-2, and it's ball 4. So we'll try again with Cheney. And it was well out of the strike zone. So now an extra base hit could win it for Nevada. And we'll have a conversation. I don't know if they're going to lift R for 1 hitter or try to get... So, still talking. Still talking. Still talking. Still going. And R will be lifted. And we'll see who comes in, obviously. It'll be Browning going to the outfield, or is he going to the infield? he goes to the infield, well, I can't get a number right now. I would be either Cabans or Kralichek out there, I would guess. It is Kralichek trying to get the save. So we have a break. Let's go ahead and take a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Tom Garrison Construction knows what it takes to build a winning team. Hard work, commitment, knowledge, and accountability. Garrison Construction is a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger Sports and congratulates all of the student athletes on their hard work and dedication. Garrison Construction excels at remodels, metal buildings, roofing, and custom homes. Garrison Construction, serving Carthage and the surrounding area since 2006. Garrison Construction says, go Tigers.
Specialty Risk Insurance cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The team at Specialty Risk Insurance congratulates Carthage student athletes on their hard work and dedication both on the field and in the classroom, offering affordable options for home and auto insurance and a friendly team that's dedicated to helping you save money. Specialty Risk Insurance is proud to be a part of the Carthage community and this Tiger broadcast. For great rates on home and auto insurance, call them at 359-5470 or online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Tigers.
4 walks and 4 strikeouts for Caden R. in 2 2/3 innings. He hit a batter and surrendered just the one hit. So he kind of put himself into trouble, but he still seems to be the winner if Kralichek can get the final out. It's between him and Eli Cheney right now. It's 6-5 Carthage. Kralichek looks in, and the batter Cheney. He's ready. And the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner.
You know he'd love to get the one-out save.
Yes. So would everybody else.
Definitely.
No balls and a strike. And pitch. Off the glove to the backstop, and the runners go to second and third, so that makes a base hit a game winner. As the ball got away. So now it's 2 on, still 2 out, obviously, but now the runners are 90 feet closer. Now time is called when the Nevada coach wants to talk. Started with a hit batsman, a sacrifice, a strikeout. Beshore was almost put out on a strikeout, but he survived for a walk. Ketterman, who came in to catch, he'll also run in this instance. One ball, one strike, 6-5 Carthage. Again, one dig out, 2 gets. Here's the pitch. And it misses outside. It doesn't get any easier. You'd better, I would say chances are your percentages are better with Cheney than they are with Sanderson.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Here's the 2-1. Fouled off the end of the bat, again, down to a strike.
The last thing you want to do is loan the bases for him.
Well, this base runner, should he reach, really doesn't matter. It's just a matter of not giving up the base hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Eli Cheney, and he stays alive. He hit it hard, foul to the right. It's just get the hitter right now. Carthage is out hit Nevada, 10-5, lead 6-5. Again, 1 pitch away, and it's outside, gets to the screen. Runner tries to score. He will, and it's 6-6. So a wild pitch by Kralichek, and the game is tied. The man who was hit by a pitch comes around to score. So now base hit easily wins it. No hits in this inning, too. So Cheney takes a break from the box, now moves back in. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs for extra innings, I guess. Here it comes. And he walked him, and Sanderson will bat. So Sanderson, who has 2 singles, a solo homer in the 2nd, he walked in the 6th. If there is an 8th inning, it'll be the lower 3 for Carthage. And here's the pitch to Sanderson outside for a ball. And we have had everything in this one. Had men out stealing, 2-on-1 play. We've had blown squeeze plays, hit batsmen, bunt singles, 4 in 1 inning. Here's a pitch inside, 2-0. And they're going to go ahead and put Sanderson on. Take their chances with Nadarata, who's struck out twice and hit into a ground ball out. He's also lined to short. So probably not a bad decision there.
No, it really isn't, with the runner on third already. Now the bases are loaded.
You have a man who's 0 for 4 right now. Nadarata.
Like I said, bases are loaded, but of course the only one that matters is on third.
Tied at 6 here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball.
And the only thing that's bad about loading the bases is there is nowhere to put this batter.
No room at the end. Here is the pitch. Grounded. Going to be a tough play. Templeman gets it, throws. Extra innings. So, we're going to have free baseball, as Skip Carey used to say. 1 run on no hits. 3 more stranded. Nevada has left 12. And by golly, we go to the 8th. It is 6-6, Carthage and Nevada.
Let's just go ahead and take a 30-second timeout.
All right.
We'll take 30 seconds. We'll be back. This is Carthage Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
Wes Probert and everybody at Probert Auto Body wants to thank you for supporting the awesome Carthage Tigers. With over 29 years experience, located behind Premier Auto Sales on Fairview, Probert Auto Body is a full-service shop doing collision repair, paint, auto glass, spray, and bed liners, and is happy to help you with any job, big or small. Just call 825-4285. Probert Auto Body is open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. Probert Auto Body wishes our athletes the best of luck in today's game. Go Tigers!
Just when you think you've seen it all, here we go to extra innings at Nevada, tied at 6. And what a game it is. Like Jim said last inning, we've seen everything. And now we get to see our first extra inning game of the season. And what can you say? Jim, I have canceled my plans for this evening. And we're going to go to extra innings here at Lions Field in Nevada. The bottom third of the order will be up for Carthage. Starting with Silas Browning will be up. Browning followed by Cabance and Norbury. And the pitch, looking to bunt, actually pops it straight up, and it's going to be taken care of by the third baseman. I believe that's Sanders, if I remember correctly. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Now brings up Cabance. Cabance was the one who gave Carthage the lead with a sacrifice fly. There's a shot. Nice snag by the pitcher. Throws over to first for the out. 2 quick pitches and 2 outs. Which brings up Norbury, the first baseman for the Tigers. Carthage, that is. Yep. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
going to extra innings is not what you want is to go in order.
That is definitely the case. And not only going in order, but we got, 6 pitches now so far. There's a curveball, strike 2. I believe that was only the 4th pitch of the at-bat, so
yep.
Really they could be out of this in 5 pitches here. And they are. So there's a drop third strike, but they'll go ahead and toss it over to first to complete the strikeout. 5 pitches and 3 outs. So at the end of 7.5, never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
It's Carthage and Nevada tied at 6. We'll go ahead and take another 30 seconds. We'll be back. This is Carthage Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
In athletics, keeping score is required to separate winning from losing. In business, accounting is the art of keeping score of financial matters. The team at the certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be your financial scorekeeping specialist. If your current method of keeping score doesn't measure up, call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090 to determine if professional accounting will benefit your business. Properly designed accounting and payroll services are an investment that will keep your business in the winner's circle. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Thank you for filling in there.
Absolutely.
Blake Pryor, Logan Marquardt, Drake Seaver scheduled up.
Unfortunately, there wasn't much to talk about in the top half of that 8th inning. 5 pitches got Nevada out of the inning.
It'll be Kralichek back to work on the mound. We have Cabans moving to short, I believe, because Browning's over at third. It'll be, mentioned Pryor to lead it off. He has reached twice on an error. He's grounded out, and he's popped out. Pryor in on the right side. He could actually win the game for himself now.
He really could.
Came on in relief. He stood to be the loser, but Carthage on 2 occasions could not get the third strike past a hitter in the previous half inning. Tying run scored on a wild pitch. And the pitch here. That's a little sawed-off shot. Center fielder coming to it, can't get to it in time. Now it gets past him. The right fielder backs it up, and it stays a single as Pryor reaches.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, you should always back up the play if you're an outfielder or an infielder, really.
And 6 hits for Nevada. Here's Marquardt. He has struck out twice. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. Runner leads away. The pitch is outside. Bluff throw by the catcher. You don't need that. 1 ball, no strike. Last thing he needs is a wild throw into right field. Here's a 1-0 and a throw to first from the pitcher is not in time. Pitch. Bunted in the air, and it's going to land. They'll have to throw to first, and it's a high throw. It's into right field. The lead runner moves for third. He didn't see it in time to make a really hustle toward the plate. He only makes third. So, that is the third error for Carthage. Nevada had 4 all in 1 inning. But now it's first and third, and now do you walk this man to load the bases and set up the force? And not the best bunt in the world, but it did the right thing for him. It did. Here is Seaver, hit by pitches last time. That led to the tying run. There's a strike.
One of the things that helped Carthage is that when the ball went into right field, it actually angled off the fence, but angled back towards the infield, which probably kept the run from scoring.
Strike called. And it's 0-2 to this batter. They're coming after him. Show the signs. 2 pitches in. And the pitch. And a foul at the plate. 6-6 the score. We are in extra innings. Be on the air Tuesday, back home. First true homestand. Those games in Joe Becker were counted as home games. But first game from Carl Luton this year, Tuesday at 2, pitch outside. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. A glance over at first, pitch. Swing and a miss, and the base occupied, so no throw to first, and there's 1 out. So he'll come up to Cartman Hiley. Cavance will. He's walked twice, a sacrifice, and he struck out the other time.
It would be nice to see Carthage's first double play. Extend this game.
And the pitch. That's a strike called. Nevada came in at 4-0. Carthage at 1-4. Glance over, pitch. Runner goes off first, and they'll let him steal. Strike is called. So 2 on, 1 out, second and third. Swing and a miss. Batter did him a favor there. Actually, that's strike 3. So sorry about that. 2 strikeouts. It's now up to Wilson. Struck out in the first, walked in the fourth, struck out the other 2 times, 5th and 7th. So now down to 1 out to keep it going, up high for a ball. Six in the 8th. And the pitch. That goes outside. 2-0. Cavance tried to get the last out. Walking a wild pitch. Here's a pitch. Strike. So it's 2-1. He did get a put out to end the game tied. To end it as a tie in the 7th. So Carthage went easily in the top half of this inning, and Nevada had first 2 on. The next 2 have struck out the pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 out in the 8th, and a 6-6 game. And the pitch on the way. Little chopper out in front of the plate. Catcher gets it, throws, and out at first, and we go to another inning. The play goes 1-3. We got more baseball. After 8, it's Carthage 6 and Nevada 6. So
I guess we'll just keep it right here, just because we want to make sure we get all the action in. We'll take this time to talk about some scores. It's the bottom of the 8th. The Royals leading the Rangers 14-9. The Brewers beat the Twins 6-5. The Pirates beat the Cubs 9-3. Phillies beat the Braves 3-2 in 10. The Cardinals defeated the Reds 11-6. And about 2 hours from now, it'll be the Astros and the A's. So a good start for both the Royals and the Cardinals. So the Royals looking to wrap up their game. They've got 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. They're ahead 14-9.
That's another thing I can't get used to, and they've already won a world championship. The Astros in the American League. Why couldn't they just swap back, put Milwaukee back in the AL, put the Astros back in the NL Central where they belong? I've always thought of Milwaukee as an interloper anyway. Switch into the NL.
And you know when you do it.
I know the Braves were in Milwaukee. They were a National League team, but
sure,
that was then. Here's the pitch as we start the ninth inning, believe it or not.
And, of course, you know what you do with an interloper. You give it a big freeze.
Well, it's been long enough. We got one in. Will McCombs, and it's outside.
We thought we were going to go a whole game without getting an Eddie Griffith Show reference in there, but it took extra innings.
We're reaching it. 6-6 here in the ninth inning.
I'll be relying on you to tell me where to go eat after this game.
Here's the pitch, and it's up high. Well, there's only one place to eat in Nevada, but I don't know if it'll be open this late. They used to stay open almost 24 hours a day, but not anymore. Here's the pitch. Strike is called.
Well, we might be stopping at Louis Lamar's home.
3 balls and a strike to start the Carthage ninth. Swing and a miss by McCombs to make it 3-2. I don't want
to get the shoes on that one.
Got to get a new pencil. That one's wore down. 3-2 to McCombs. Speaking of worn down, I'm almost there. Reaches for that one and fouls it off.
We are 2 hours and 42 minutes into this game. 4:30 start time.
3-2 pitch to start the inning to McCombs, and he swings through for strike 3. So, in extra innings, that's 4 up and 4 down. Pryor has 4 strikeouts. So he may have more than that. Nope, that's the case. Pitch. There's a strike to Logan Carmichael. Reached on an error in the 6th. Got helped out in that inning. He scored eventually. Bunt single back in the 3rd, and he struck out in the 1st. It's amazing. This is only the 4th time through the order for Carthage.
And it's in the 9th inning.
Actually, it's 5th time through. Here's a ground ball past the third baseman to the shortstop. And the throw across is good for the 2nd out. I forgot that was your writing there in the 5th inning. Here is Caden Kralichek. He is 2 for 4. 2 singles to start it. 1st and 3rd inning. 5th inning, he grounded to 3rd, hit back to the pitcher in the 6th. So no base runners here in extra innings so far for Carthage. Long beginning to this at bat. Here's the first pitch. Foul back by Kralichek. Nevada got 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. Carthage came with 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 3rd, had a chance for more. Single run to tie in the 4th. There's a ground ball to short. Picked up, now bobbled, and throw to first is still good. And the inning is over. Finishing up the line score, it was briefly tied after 3.5 at 3. Nevada got a single run in the 4th and the 5th. Carthage got 3 in the 6th to go up 6-5. We're down to 1 strike on 2 at bats in the 7th, but couldn't put it away. A wild pitch tied the game, and that's why we're in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be 9-1-2 for Nevada.
It's the bottom of the 8th in Kansas City. The Royals lead the Rangers 15-9. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, but the Royals actually have runners on 1st and 3rd right now.
Wonder how many commentators today said, first of the year, the pitchers always have the advantage because the hitters are getting into their stride. Not today.
Nope.
A lot of games high scoring.
I was just looking at there's at least 3 extra inning games that I've seen. The Twins and Brewers. Brewers won that one 6-5. The Phillies beat the Braves 3-2 and 10.
Well, somebody's already beat me to it, I'm sure, but I've always wanted to take all the cliches in any sport, baseball, football, whatever, just give the list and say, for broadcasters, don't say it, just give the number.
Right.
And that is definitely one of them.
Number 44. At least that's the number you're supposed to get to the 6 and 7 8 to cut the half size.
Yes.
Another Andy Griffith Show reference, thank you.
We are 6-6 going to the 9th inning.
The bottom of the 9th even.
Yes. Here is B. Shore. He's figured in the scoring. He got a base hit to drive in a run in the 5th. And he got a walk to prolong the 7th inning where Nevada tied it. Here's a little clunker. I think it hit the bat twice. It's in fair territory, and throw to first is good. Out number 1. Or did they call a foul?
I think the umpires are discussing it.
Ball went to Cabans at third.
I don't know if it went off of the batter or...
Well, apparently he stays alive. It's a foul ball. So no put out. Guess that was the... Here's the pitch. I'll explain here in a moment. Pitch high. I guess that was the second sound I heard was it actually hit him.
Yeah, I guess so. So I don't know if it hit off that left ankle or what, or the shoe.
Here's the ground ball to the other side. Templeman will charge to his left, go down, throw him out.
Either way, it's an out.
Came a pitch or two later. So Kralichek back at short. And we have the 4th pitcher for Carthage out there now. Here's the pitch. This one's popped up. Templeman in the grass in the outfield makes the catch. Parker Copeland is on the mound for Carthage, and he gets the first 2 here in the 9th. So here's Case Sanderson. He homered back in the 2nd with nobody on. Here's the pitch. Strike is called. Okay, we can only play 10 innings because that's all my score sheet goes to. Pitch. In the left for a base hit. Left fielder has it go off his glove. Sanderson should make second base, and he will make it at first. So there's a base hit and an error, and the winning run is all of a sudden on for Nevada.
There's a good slap to the opposite field. And he ends up on second.
Goes as a base hit and an E7. So now base hit by Nadarada, who has not fared too well at the plate today, is up. Strike called. Six in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Strike on the inside part. It is 0-2. And the delivery. Ooh, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It almost sounded like Ernest goes to camp.
Yes.
Hey.
Here's the 1-2. This one's popped up foul. It'll go out of play. You wanted to will that first strike, but it wouldn't. Just couldn't do it.
Almost, but not quite.
We are 6-6, and the pitch outside goes 2-2 to Nadarata.
Coming up tomorrow morning on the fabulous KDMO Morning Show.
You'll have a live remote, won't you?
I will have a live remote from Nevada.
Here it comes. Up the middle, that is going to be a base hit. See if we have a play at the plate. Center fielder has it. He bobbles it. The throw is wide, and Nevada wins it here in the ninth by a score of 7-6. And that's the way baseball works. A guy who hadn't had a hit all day puts one up the middle and wins it for the Nevada Tigers. So the final score 7-6. And
we will go ahead and we'll take a 30-second timeout. And we'll hear from Jeff Hawken with Inside the Numbers. Jeff Hawken of American Family Insurance. Nevada wins 7-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Carthage Tiger Baseball on KDMO.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. Find out how we're helping others pursue their dreams and declare your own at amfam.com/dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance Company, American Family Mutual Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Brought to you by Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance, 359-3399.
Jim Taylor, Chris Jackson back here in Nevada, and one that got away for Carthage. They lose it in the ninth by a score of 7-6. We're down to one strike on two at-bats in the seventh at 6-5. But a wild pitch tied it. Carthage went 6 up, 6 down in the 8th and 9th innings, so combined 8th and 9th. And Nevada got a 2-out single and an error. And then Elijah Nadarata puts one up the middle, and the throw was to the first base side of home, so it was pretty much an easy score for the winner.
And I believe you said that was his first hit.
Yep.
And it came at a key moment, of course, in the ninth inning for Nevada. Now, the one thing that Carthage did well today, they were able to take advantage of the gifts that Nevada was giving them on the base paths and put some good runs together. They just couldn't quite make it happen. And so they fall to 1-5 on the season.
We'll go through the scoring innings for Carthage. They got 2 in the third, a bunt single by Cabance, a bunt single Norberry. A safe on the fielder's choice, that was another bunt. And then Carmichael, he bunted. Everybody reached, and a run came in. Kralichek, he bunted. The ball actually rolled out to right field. A run came in, but after Templeton struck out, there was a Collier at the plate. Runner broke for third, from third to home. He was out. And then there was a mix-up on the base paths at second. They had 2 guys off stride, and they eventually threw out the lead man at third base to end the inning. So that made it 3-2. Nevada got 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Carthage got a single run in the fourth. There was a base hit by Collier. And then Browning and Cabance, they ended up walking. A man came in on a wild pitch. And then, actually, it was an RBI single there. I was one couple innings ahead there. McCombs got a base hit, and the second man was out trying to score from second. That ended the inning. And then Nevada came right back with a run in the bottom of the fourth to make it 4-3. And then the Carthage big inning was the sixth. There was an error. Collier reached by the third baseman, a base hit by Parker. Another error. This was on the first baseman. A wild pitch moved the runners up. Cabance hit a sac fly. Norberry struck out. And there was a base hit by McCombs. And that was an error on the pitcher on the backside of the play. And a run scored there. And there was an error by the second baseman. Carthage got a 6-5 lead, but then Nevada got that wild pitch run in the seventh. Then get the 2-out single by Nadarata to win it 7-6, and 7 hits for Nevada, 4 errors. They leave 12. Carthage 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left. So Pryor, who looked to be the loser, all of a sudden becomes the winner for Nevada. And the loser goes to Parker Copeland, who pitched the 2/3 and gave up the 2 back-to-back singles there with 2 outs in the ninth. So that'll wrap it here from Nevada. We'll be on the air Tuesday from Carl Luton as Monette comes in. take on the Tigers.
It could be interesting because I don't know the way the bracket ends up, things like that. Nevada's in the tournament as well. Could we see them next Friday?
Yes.
A week from tomorrow, we could see the Tigers again.
We'll find out. We'll be on the air around 1:50 or so. For the broadcast between the Monette Cubs and the Carthage Tigers. Final score again here is 7-6 Nevada in 9 innings. Thanks to Chaston. We'll talk to you Tuesday from Carl Luden. Good night from Nevada.
Thanks for listening to Carthage Tiger Baseball on 93.5 and the fabulous 1490 KDMO. Carthage Tiger Baseball brought to you by the Bob Brown Agency, Jeff Hodkin of American Family Insurance, Fair Acres Family YMCA, Drew Evans Investments, Schmidt Associates, eCarthage.com, Jerry Poston State Farm, McDonald's of Carthage, Probert Auto Body, Nell Mortuary, Boomer's Barbecue, D&D Sexton, Specialty Risk Insurance, Morrison Webster and Carlton, Turf Tamers, Visiting Angels, Bime Dick Insurance, Sirloin Stockade, Grace Lanes, Carthage Hardware, Farm Bureaus Lorna Beauty and Adam Bridges, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Tom Garrison Construction, Community National Bank and Trust, the Little Venue of Carthage, Carthage Ford, Carthage Chrysler, Clothesline Cleaners and Car Center of Carthage, and Levi Utter. Carthage Tiger Baseball, a sports presentation of 93.5 in the fabulous 1490 KDMO and 1490KDMO.com.
Take a